Hi everyone, back with the John Deere 110. Today we're going to be replacing a seal on the brake band shaft. I think that's what it's called. It's leaking a little bit of oil from the transaxle and it's seeping onto the brake band, so the tractor doesn't brake too well. It's not too terrible, but it needs replacing. I'll show you here in a minute what it looks like on the tractor, but this is the seal right there. Okay, so let's look under the tractor, see what it looks like. Here's the brake band. There's the brake band right there. You can see the oil around it. And if we look behind, right there is where it's leaking, I think. So we're gonna take the wheel off, take the brake band off, and see if we can replace it. There's the brake band there. I think we're gonna have to take the fender off too, just to get easy access to there. So let's do that. Next, what we need to do is remove a set screw that holds this in place. The set screw is right here somewhere. Oh, it's right there. Right there. There we go. Yeah, that's not gonna come off easy by hand, so try one of these pullers. See if we can grab it, pull it off. Looks like it's coming off. I don't want to pull the band off and possibly break it, so as you can see, what I did is I tried to put the jaws, 3 points here, inside the pulley here, so I can pull it from the middle and not from the side, where I can catch the band and damage it. So it's not easy to put these in there, but let's see what happens. Looks like it's coming out. There we go. Okay, it's off. Now the key, where is the key? Oh, the key is still in the shaft. I'll have to take it out. The brake band, I think I'm gonna leave in place because I don't have to take this off to get to the seal right there. And the key will come out. There we go. There's the key. Make sure we don't lose that. So what I'm gonna do now is drill a small hole here in the seal, and another one on this side in the seal. Put a couple of screws in there like this. Kind of screw them in there, and then try to pull the seal out. And we'll see how that works. One other thing I'm gonna do is, before I take the seal out, is I'll drain the oil out of the transaxle here. I have loosened this bolt already, and see if the oil comes out. Hopefully it doesn't make a mess here. Okay, it's mostly out. So I'll put the plug back in. That's good enough. Okay, now let's try drilling a couple of holes in the seal. See how that goes. I use two hands here. That went through. Do one on the other side here. Okay. Got one there, and one on the other side. Now, I'm gonna see if I can stuck these screws in there, just like so, and then try to pull the seal out. Let's try this one here. Okay. All right, went in pretty easy. Maybe get some pliers. Well, it's not coming out. So, well, the first two holes didn't work. I pulled the screws out and they just pulled out. So I drilled another one here. So I'm gonna try again. See what happens here. What I did was I used a crowbar to kind of hook onto the screw against the shaft and try to pull it out. It didn't work for the first two, but let's see what happens here. Looks like it's moving. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna I'll drill another one on the bottom and try to kind of pull it from the bottom a little bit. Alright, so I'll put another screw in the bottom. So as soon as I did that, it kind of came out. So here we go. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is clean this up a little bit. Clean the shaft, make sure it's nice and clean, that the new seal doesn't get damaged once I put that on. So let me clean this up a little bit and then we'll get back to it. Alright, so now that we have the shaft nice and clean. I cleaned it with some sandpaper, 100, 150, 220. It's pretty clean, it's pretty smooth. So what I'm gonna do now is lubricate it a little bit, put some oil on it, and try to put this new seal in the seal here. There's the seal. Okay, should fit nicely on there, but before we put that there, get some oil. Okay, goes on there nice and easy. Okay, so almost in. So what I'm gonna go find now is something that's gonna fit nicely around this so I can tap it in. I found this here. It's a 1-inch PVC pipe. See, yep, that one actually fits perfectly. So let's tap this in. Yep, going in. Let's take a closer look. Right there. Installed. Nice and flush. Right there. Against the housing there. Perfect. I have cleaned up the brake band, so there's no oil on it anymore. Nice and clean. Cleaned up around here so that I see if there's any leaks later on. I've also cleaned the pulley best I could. Should be good to go. So let's put this back in. So what we need is the key. The key goes back on the shaft here. Now that the key is in on the shaft, we're gonna put the pulley back on. So I'm gonna start the set screw here. I'm not gonna go all the way in, I'm just gonna start it so it's easier for me to tighten it. Just do that. Backwards. Line up with the key. There we go. And find the set screw here and tighten this up. Okay, there we go, nice and tight. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Everything is back in place. Now, just put the tire back on. Actually, put the tire back on, I'm gonna put the fender back in. All right, now that the fender is back on, put the tire back on here. I don't have any transaxle oil, so I'll have to go out and get some and refill the transaxle before I can run this. But at least the seal is replaced and good to go. There we go, finished. So that's how you replace your seal on the brake band shaft on your John Deere 110. This is a 1965. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.